gonna mess around with the transition screen in case I break something again.
Never had much luck with streaming.
What's
lately,
up,
have you?
paisanos? I'm here with Halloween Cowboy, Bugtopia, and Steph in all caps.
That sounded like you said hollowing, like
Halloween Cowboy.
hollering, like holler.
Hollering Cowboy. That's just a normal cowboy.
I am joined by a regular cowboy.
A regular cowboy. I'm not gonna be playing
We're joined by
Splatoon
Halloween
2.
cowboy, Easter cowboy, Christmas cowboy, and
The cowboy of Christmas past.
the 3 cowboys of Christmas past.
The 4 cowboys of Christmas.
The 3
I
wise
honestly
cowboys.
would consume that media.
Alright, I'm in a match, so it's all Japanese
joining
people,
now.
so you need to try and smash it and kick him out.
That means we're also going to be get destroyed because they're probably going to be really
Quite
good.
Possibly.
Oh,
Well, don't they level match though?
Do
They
they?
used to when there was lots of players.
It's been
do
nearly
they
a year
not
since
now?
I played this game. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Oh, man,
I think it's
my
been like
thing
15 years
reset.
since I played
I
last.
figured out what's wrong with my stream. Uh-oh.
Battle ends.
We might have
We
to
need
end this and
reset.
try again.
What happened?
That's alright.
Does that mean we have to redo our hollering cowboy joke?
You may have to.
already.
Okay, hang on.
Like, what? Just weird.
Those
It's
of you who
very
know me know I
unintuitive
have.
compared to Splatoon.
Yeah, I didn't know what the hell was happening half the time. You had to guess what direction your opponent was going to hit so you could deflect it or whatever and epon them.
Yeah, it's more like maybe like a brawling game or like
Is
the
it a
Naruto
brawling
fighting game.
No, it's more of just a bad game, I would say.
Just trying to do too much at once. Like,
Yeah.
why are they making gum out of weapons? Are they water pistols? Am I meant to, like, literally, like, hit them? Like, it didn't seem to know what it was law to
Very
be.
unfocused.
It didn't work
Yeah.
when it was also trying to copy Splatoon, where everything in Splatoon is quite literal and
Yes.
obvious.
Yes.
Well, Splatoon knew what it wanted, what it was.
Splatoon, like, pretty much all, like, big Nintendo games, very clearly from the get-go has a very core set of sort of quote-unquote game design rules that it knows how to follow and does them incredibly well and incredibly refined.
Yes, because it's Nintendo. That's what they're good at.
Yeah, like, no shit. But
Steph got in. Good job, Steph.
Oh yes! I win the lottery, guys.
Oh, wait, am I getting in?
you win the lottery. I won the lottery. Why don't
Ooh.
you win the lottery?
Levels are really high in this game. I'm the lowest level out of everybody.
I'm probably going to be the lowest. What level are you, Steph?
22.
Yeah, I think I'm lower than you. I'm like 18 or something.
Oh, no, I'm the lowest.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it is, but 18 sounds really high.
No, there's a
There's
guy in here
a-
that's level
There's a
67.
level 67 in
And
this.
he's Japanese.
There was that, yeah. There's like a thing, once you get past level 99, it redoes it,
Oh,
and you
that's
get like a
right.
dot next to your number or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Canada
yeah,
thing,
or a
didn't they?
star or something, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this map.
Okay.
Oh, Steph, you're on the other team.
Oh
I
no!
love your witches.
Don't
out
kill
there.
me. Thanks, I changed my outfit just for the stream. I
Aww.
forgot how to play.
Oh, no.
It's the supportive wife that
Witch's hat is from the
supports her
Octoling
husband's
amiibo.
streaming habits.
I really want a witch's hat for my Splatoon character. That's now my goal. That's what I'm gonna do.
Well,
Like a witch's
if we're
hat or
ever
like a
allowed to
traffic
hang out
cone?
in real life again, Lucy, I'm pretty sure I can reset my amiibo and give it to you. And then you can unlock the hat.
Is that how I got it?
I think so.
I don't even remember.
I feel like I
Where's
might.
someone?
What
No.
Do you have the
require-
Octoling amiibos?
No. Oh, yes.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's-
what.
If you
there-
scan those, I think it's the girl one, you get the witch's outfit.
Nice, 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 nice.
I think it's a knight from the boy outfit and an inflatable like Disneyland mascot from like the Octoling itself.
Interesting.
How to play this.
Interesting.
I like.
Which one is the R button? Oh, that one there.
The one that has
What
an
weapon is
R on
everyone
it.
rolling with today on this fine sunny
There.
quarantine?
I can't. What weapon?
Yeah,
What
do you-
weapon?
Yeah. What's your usual playstyle in Splatoon?
The
So,
Glock.
I like to kind of, like, there's no like safe for work way of describing Splatoon weapons.
You can just not use a lewd way to describe them. It's just ink guns. Unless
no-
you're constantly using ink gun to refer to genitalia, then you should be fine.
I was say like I like to wildly spray and like put down as much as I
Okay,
can.
I see the issue.
So yeah, you understand. It's a real
I
jizz
like using the jewel gushes. Okay, I see a problem
Did
there.
I kill someone? I think I killed. Maybe
I'm
not.
so proud of you,
I
Steph.
think
She
your
killed
team's
it.
winning.
Steph, that's like when you killed this person in real life.
Yeah.
Whoa, guys.
It's actually what brought us
Please.
together.
My immunity.
That murder.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I killed.
So
Yeah, I
I-
killed you, Ben.
No, nice.
to answer your question, Ben, I'm using the airbrush.
Oh, cool.
I don't use any of the new fandangled weapons because I'm actually a 50-year-old man who does not like change.
I
Boomer
agree,
culture comes for us all.
It happened so slowly. I didn't realize that it happened until they
Ah!
recognized it in the shop. But they scared me, so I didn't buy them.
Well, I'm using the blob lobber, which is probably out of the meta, but I really like the name blob lobber.
Isn't that the bubble one?
Yeah, it shoots
Oh no,
bubbles
I'm thinking
out of a
that's like an
bathtub.
attack. There's like an attack. Ah,
It's really not good
portable
for coating in
bathtub.
ink, but it's really good for getting kills.
Yeah, it's very frustrating.
People just don't know how to deal with it and they spaghetti. Oh, I think you won, Steph.
And they spaghetti. Did I? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely you won.
Superior. That's good
Can't
for my
say
win
that.
streak. What? I'm
can't say
superior.
that. Yeah,
Why? Oh, happy.
Yeah,
not allowed on D-Live.
they pink one, yeah.
I was still the worst in my team, but
Look, someone has to be the worst.
Someone has to be the worst in the team.
and it's always going. So how do we make sure that the others can join us?
They just have to keep trying to join us.
Yeah.
We just have to keep going.
You
Oh, there's one
guys are
spot
trying
left,
to join us
guys.
still, yeah?
I'm
Yeah.
trying to join. It says you can join with the space available.
We're waiting for a player slot to crack open. And
Come on, Japanese. Surely you guys have to go back to 6-day school week or something.
What?
They have
What
like a
a
6-day
weird
school week.
specific insult.
Well, I was trying not to be too insulting.
how Japan works, and at this point you're too afraid to ask.
Well, yeah. Well, I know they haven't locked down as much as the rest of the world.
Do they actually
So-
have a 6-day school week?
Yes, they do. They go to
Do
school
they?
on
We
Saturday.
might-
That feels incorrect, but I also know nothing about
Yeah,
Japan.
that's
so I
true.
Where did you get this information from, Ben?
From Japan.
What do you mean? Did you go to school there?
No, they have 6-day school weeks.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm doing this. I have an internet browser at my disposal, and I do not trust Ben.
Well, you're out of a match, so you can Google all you want. I'm flying on the laurels
Oh
of my
no!
seat. Am I right?
Okay, so you were right up until
Yes.
April 2002.
What?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yeah,
The
until
whole-
recently,
Yeah.
these children had to go to school from Monday to Saturday every week. Now, there are no classes on the second and fourth Saturdays of the month. Beginning in April 2002, all Saturdays will be free. Get it, Japan.
Huh.
Yeah.
Where
I added the
Japan?
In the
Now, Ben, did you go to Japan in 2002? I don't think so.
You're
so maybe
right.
check
I
yourself
went in
before you wreck yourself.
2018.
That's right. You filthy pleb.
I had a thought.
I still can't
About-
join. This
Yeah,
sucks.
just hold on. We're back into playing a game. How about we rotate who drops out of?
No,
Dead.
that won't work at all, Steph. It's
It
a nice
won't?
thought, but that's not how random matchmaking works. It waits for no man.
Yeah.
Our
I
best
just feel
bet,
bad because I'm still playing a game, but the
Our
others
best-
are kind of just waiting around.
well, the best bet is for them to keep trying to join. This is how casual mode works. They have had, how many years has Splatoon 2 been out? 4 years to rank up to B rank, which I've offered to help everyone do multiple times, and everyone ignored me. And they're like, oh, I don't really like Splatoon, or I'm not having fun in the ranked matches. And these are the
Which, I
weak
mean, the-
excuses you guys gave me every time I tried to get
Now-
you so we could play 4-player squad mode.
I believe one of my excuses was what was it? Can we just play Overwatch on PlayStation instead?
The 6 of us on PC are like, no.
Come on, it'll be fun. Lucy, why don't you just boot camp back? No, I'm not gonna do it.
Or every Splatfest, we were like, all right, guys, we're going Team Donatello. And then someone would rock up and be like, hey, guys, I'm Team Raph. And we'd be like, ugh.
I felt like there was several Splatfests where I made a specific effort before voting commenced. Like, okay, so this is who we're gonna pick.
Yep.
And we'd be like, yes, agreed. And then push would come to shove and I'd come to join you all. And everyone would be on one team and I would not be on the same team as everyone.
Exactly. Multiple times. And we have to try next month and we all forget to do the next month's Splatfest.
That's why, just to clear, we're Team Egg.
Team Egg. We're all going Team Egg.
I bet you we get there and everybody goes Team Chicken. I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be mad as someone who believes in evolution, and I'm gonna be mad as someone who believes that egg is just. I want it. Just the phrase "Team Egg" is so delightful.
It is.
It's great. Who doesn't want to be Team Egg?
Yes!
So if you're slaughtering me.
Then your team is not very good at inking their bait.
I know, maybe I need to bust out the Julies.
Yeah, that's how I win. Oh boy, I get a new bit on my
Kick
t-shirt.
someone.
Mash
Someone.
the join button.
What time is it in Japan right now?
It's about, what is it, 11
yeah,
hours
got in.
behind us?
Hey,
we're all in!
I finally got in.
There we are. Benjamin,
MA certified
Steph, Lucy,
dry.
Bentopia.
Okay, let's go, girls. Bum, bum, ba-na-na-na.
And we kicked out a lot of the Japanese players. We still have half of the Japanese players, though. But
I've been trying to do that for years, kick out the Japanese, so
whoa.
Whoa,
he's finally getting his dream come true.
that's a bit too far.
Ben said it.
Nah, man.
It's okay to kick people in certain circumstances.
Habbo Hotel.
Yeah, you can kick... I mean, I've never played Habbo Hotel, but...
Wait, you've never played Habbo Hotel? Disappointed in you, Ben.
Because I was too busy
Yeah,
playing RuneScape.
you
real
bother.
MMOs.
Do you bother?
Oh, Bugtopia, I'm on a
What
team
if
with
we
you.
bothered in the community pool? Ha ha
good
ha.
job.
Yes.
Oh, I really like this orange
Lucy,
color.
did you
I
play
kind of want to
Fortnite?
stop playing after this because it's a really nice color.
Lucy,
Pardon?
do you ever play Horse Isle?
Excuse me? What is that?
It was another browser-based MMO that was about horses on an island.
I played a lot of horse role-playing games.
I don't think I want to know any more about that.
I
Jesus.
played a lot of horse role-playing games, like in forums. And then
As in, the roleplay scenario is you owning a horse? That's the fantasy?
No, I'm going to take it one further. It is the role-playing fantasy. You are the horse.
Oh no. That's worse than me and Naruto roleplay forums. Oh no.
It was
There
fun.
you go, I just killed you, Ben.
I had a great time being, I don't know, like Thunder Silverwind or whatever the fuck.
Thunder Silverwing. If I ever own a horse, I'm gonna name it Thunder Silverwing. Horses don't even have wings.
Pegasus do.
I guess
Pegasus,
that's true.
yes.
Wait, hang on.
Excellent.
Were you a Pegasus? Is this a fantasy
No,
horse?
no. This was, this was like something I feel like I'm quoting from the rule set. This was like a realistic horse role-playing.
Wow.
No Pegasus. It was a strict no Pegasus like rule. Which, you know what? It's fine. Different strokes for different folks.
No judgment, none
I
at
actually
all.
feel it'd be quite a challenge as a writer to write about a horse from first of third person. Like, trying to make your actions interesting in response to another player that's a human that's doing more interesting actions to you.
Look, I'm gonna say it definitely pushed my creative writing skill as a
Was your real life teacher really disappointed when every story you like submitted was about horses?
Oh, absolutely she was. Like, definitely there was a period where I'd hand in like everything to do with horses. I have died like 12 times in this game, and that is fine.
What team are we on? I
no.
forgot to pay attention to what teams we're actually on.
You
Oh,
and Lucy
yeah.
on the same team.
Okay.
Me and Blogtopia. Yeah. Oh, I'm not good.
Every English assignment I gave my teacher was like a retelling of the Pokemon movie or like Donkey Kong 64.
I wish I had
But like
that
with
kind
me
of-
and my friends as the main characters.
I once wrote a sequel to a book that I absolutely loved, and my teacher was like, "This is A+ writing." I'm like, I only formed half of these ideas.
I
You're a
wish.
filthy cheater.
Look, in a way, I wish I had a stable internet connection before I was in year 10,
Oh.
purely so I could have gotten this all out in a outlet like
Oh, what?
Yes.
Unbelievable.
purely so I could just get it
Oh,
out.
it came second.
Yeah, yeah.
To like repress it and just let it fester and be a weirdo.
I really like this orange color. I guess I'll keep.
Alright, if I lose again, the mask is coming off and I'm gonna get serious.
Oh.
Oh yes.
Are you just sad that I've
Ben's gonna-
beaten you
Ben's gonna hack
every
into the
time?
game.
Pretty much.
Oh no, Ben, watch out. Stop bullying you like I bullied Tom.
You guys, do you ever wonder why Tom's not
That's
playing?
true. We invited our friend Tom to play with us today, but he doesn't play Splatoon anymore because my wife bullied him into never playing again.
as it should be?
But then he got better than me, so I had to stop bullying him. But
You have to
it's
give him. You have to
nice to
compliment
have
him.
someone who's worse at a game than you.
So speaking of like questionable platform, which is definitely what we're all talking about.
Mhm.
This, I downloaded and patched Overwatch on my PlayStation again last night. I have not played that game in about a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
I am ready to be called a cuck by a 14-year-old.
Been training for this day.
It's finally gonna happen. I'm gonna be doxxed by a 12-year-old boy. I'm gonna be yelled at, but it's fine because I'm a 27-year-old woman and I can drink beer in the afternoon and they can't touch that.
If it's an Australian 14-year-old, they're probably drinking beer in the afternoon.
I mean, I was.
I'm grown up, and I can.
Alright,
I can
Steph, we're on
stay
a
up.
team.
I can
Let's
stay up past
destroy.
8 o'clock, and I don't have to listen to what my mom tells me to do, and I don't have to
You're
do
the
any
best thing about being
chores.
an adult. You can eat as many Super
I get to eat
Dupas
ice
in a
cream whenever I
row as
want.
you want.
Exactly.
Sorry,
You
Ben,
can
I'm
buy an,
all together.
you can buy an
Ben.
entire packet
Yes,
of Monte
sir?
Carlos if you want. Just eat them all in one
Oh,
go.
Monte
Oh my
Carlo.
goodness, you're right. I never even considered that much power.
Did you say ew to Monte Carlos?
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
What's wrong with you?
Monte Carlos are like low
They're
tier.
the best one.
I'm an orange
True.
cream through and through.
Oh, you would
Orange
be.
cream are the low tier ones. What are you
Yeah.
on about? That and the ones that and the knockoff Oreos are like the worst ones. The Kingston's
See,
are the
you're
best.
just dissing a lot of Ben and my history together,
Yeah.
so...
We're basically
Yeah,
dating because I
and-
made, instead of a mixtape, I mixed up the chocolate and orange
Made a
biscuits
mixed
and gave
biscuit.
them to her.
Mixed biscuit
So
platter.
we used to eat those. We used to eat them on the camps that we would do, and we would combine the chocolate one with the strawberry one, and then as part of like Ben's like, "Will you date me?" gift thing,
You got a
he gave
gift?
me like a whole container. Well, it was like a care package type thing.
No, I'm not saying that on your stream. I got a lot of things when I was like, should I date this person? None of them were ever as thoughtful as a care package.
Well, it was. Yeah. Let's just.
He's a nice
leave it
boy.
at this conversation.
Because then she didn't talk to me for 2 years. So
Man, you could marry him someday.
well, the care package was so thorough, it took her 2 years to get to the contents.
Oh god.
Anyway, Ben, I was going to say this is where we see who's the common denominator,
That's
whether
true.
I'm the one carrying my team or whether you're bringing your team
So if I sabotage the team,
down. Then you're the one bringing the team down. And you're the reason.
that would be an accurate
Round.
observation.
Huh?
That would be an accurate observation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I forgot you could like
Don't
fast
forget you
travel
can
in
jump
this.
between team members whenever you want.
Yeah, I forgot you could do that.
Hmm.
I've never used that
It's
ever in
the
my life because
strategy
it's
that
way too
really
difficult.
changes whether you die all the time or just some of the time.
Well, I don't die all the time.
I die all
so-
I do.
But that's also because
Okay.
I mostly just spend my time just inking all of the parts of spot where, oh, no, where
Lucy,
my
I think we've
teammates
lost this one.
have
I
left.
got you, Bugtopia.
I agree, mate.
Yeah, you did.
It's all bloody over.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
Oh no.
On the topic of green, do you guys remember when I think it was
On the
Heinz
topic
had the green tomato sauce?
Oh yeah.
Ew.
I thought about that the
Yeah.
other day actually.
My husband and I talk about the green and purple tomato sauces more
Oh
than
no, Ben.
anybody.
Oh, I didn't know there was
What?
a purple tomato sauce.
No
Purple
way!
ones-
We're winning that! Ah,
You are the common denominator, Ben.
no! I got bad at Splatoon.
You made me lose my win streak. Disappointed.
Alright, time to mix up the weapons, I reckon. Ooh, I just leveled up my Kung Fu
Yeah, it was the weapons fault, right?
A master craftsman always blames his tools.
Are we changing gear and continuing? Or are we-
I'm doing.
Always
Okay.
continue. If you change gear, you can still continue, don't worry.
Ooh, I got some cool helmets. I'm gonna look at
Oh,
stuff
I
that I got.
forgot about this weapon. Alright, let's try that out.
Bit.
Oof. The 2019 New Year's glasses.
That was a long time ago.
That might be 2020. Oops, I didn't confirm my gear.
I got a new weapon
How
today.
old is this game?
No, I think it was the 2020 that they... I think it was the 2019. I don't know. It looks like a 9, but the number is in like gibberish Splatoon font.
Love you, gibberish Splatoon font.
Yellow.
Wormy! Every time we play multiplayer, it's always this stupid map. And this is a map
Oh
that's
no,
not
we
a team
can
by
all of
itself.
you guys.
Oh, now we'll find out the truth stuff.
But you guys all changed your stuff.
Sounds alright.
Jeez. I want a different map. What
Oh,
color are you guys?
it's
Purple.
2 of the same maps.
I forgot
each
the maps
mode
change
2
every-
hours.
Yeah, but I want a
Yeah,
different map.
forgot about
We've done
that.
this map
Yeah,
a
I
couple
know.
times.
That's what I'm
in a row.
saying. We always get this one.
Okay, this is like Ninjala, except with Ninjala it's only two
Just
maps.
only 2 maps in the whole game so far.
Yeah.
You guys know what this game reminds me of? Ninjala. Have you guys played that?
Okay, so I didn't say this before, Lucy, but it turns out Ninjala is the one game I'm actually amazing at.
Oh no!
And I'm really sad because no one will ever play it with me.
This is
Yeah.
how it goes though, because you want to know the one game I'm really amazing at?
Horse roleplay.
Sadly, it is Pokemon Puzzle League.
Oh,
And,
that's true! Can we do that in a stream?
Yes, we can. We can 100% do Pokemon Puzzle League.
Because you'll wreck me. Like, last time Lucy was bragging, and Lucy brags often about things she's not
I
good at.
do.
And I just
Um,
assumed she was regular bragging. Turns out she was legitimately bragging because she destroyed me. Like, I wasn't even close to a score.
Harry, friend of the stream, Harry.
Friend of the stream. Regular folk.
Stream Harry. I've told him that I want to, because he's mentioned me in his podcast like 3 times now. I want to be referred to as friend of the podcast. That's my one goal. He had to explain to Ben and some other friends of ours just how good at this I was.
Yeah, I didn't believe him. I
And
should.
no one believed me.
Oh no.
Because usually his statements are warnings. Like, he'll be like, dude, Lucy is a beast at Monopoly. And I'm like, oh yeah, she can't be that good. But what he was trying to tell me is that Lucy will flip the table if she's not winning Monopoly.
How do you get good at
And
Monopoly?
I learned that the hard way when I finally played Monopoly.
Like, it's just simple capitalism. It's, if you're not, you lose.
Lucy's big on that capitalism. She's a big fan.
it here first. Green World Unima actually loves dead capitalism.
Ah, Bugtopia, you died.
I did die, but I think you guys are gonna lose.
Yeah,
Oh no,
well,
you guys might win actually. Whoops.
I'm a slut for capitalism, and you can quote me on that.
Oh no!
What the fuck
Yellow
is that
Cheese
thing?
just made a massive
That's a
comeback.
Ninjala weapon.
The hammer.
That is straight up a Ninjala weapon.
That's
yeah, it
one
looked
of
like
the
a
new,
Ninjala weapon.
specials they added. Oh no!
I keep talking about
We're gonna
Ninjala,
lose
but-
again! It's Steph! She's amazing at this game!
She lost the last
Ah,
round, didn't she?
Bugtopia.
Oh, we both killed each other.
Yeah, no.
No!
Yes.
Damn it.
Superior.
Ugh, superior Steph at it again.
Ooh, not close though.
No, I reckon you let
no,
yellows
he has
won.
Oh! What a
That's
twist.
fun!
Yeah.
We did it.
Sadness. There was one game that I played early on where the team that I was on won, where the other team only had like less than 5% of the map inked.
They were just that bad.
Oof.
Yeah, like we had like 90% of the map done, and they had like less than 5%. It was this was before I knew how to take screenshots on Twitch because I was just brand new, and like I sent a message to whoever was in the Splatoon, and then they didn't understand because I said we won 5%. That was the wrong thing to say.
Yeah, it was very
Yeah,
close.
it was
I did
incredible.
witness this with my eyes.
Yeah, married 4 times. We don't talk about
The bad times.
bad times.
Alright, let's see what the team comp is this time.
Oh. Wahoo World.
Woohoo!
Wahoo World. This map's a
Not affiliated with the
Oh,
friends.
Lucy and I in a team versus
Steph.
Bugtopia and Steph.
Now, pals and non-binary pals, let's rock 'em.
I've finally been on a team with everyone now.
well.
Have we been
Yeah,
on a
the
team?
team.
Oh yeah, we were last round.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just the last round.
and I'm pretty sure the round before that.
He's just so used to Ninja.
Oh no, wait. The first round I was with Ben, I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure.
Ninjala is a single winning game. You don't win as a team.
I think the first round you.
Which is, I think, one of the issues I
Well,
have with...
There is a
What?
team mode, but you've got to like unlock it,
No!
and it doesn't. It only works on one of the maps.
No! That right there's no good!
It only works on 50% of the maps.
They are apparently they're adding new weapons soon. Maybe I'll go back and check out the new
Oh.
weapons.
I'm not. I've deleted it off
I
my...
know.
It was taking up like 2 gigabytes of data on my thing.
Oh,
So I'm like, screw this. I had to delete a game. I'm pretty sure that's the reason I uninstalled this off my Switch, was
But this
for
game's
Ninjala.
tiny. 2 gig is
Haha.
nothing.
Or maybe it wasn't this. It was probably something else. But oh no, it was Mario Kart. That's right. Which
I
is a
know
way better
Mario
game.
Kart, rest in peace.
No, I reinstalled it because I deleted Ninjala. Like I completely deleted it off my Switch. There's no
Delete.
trace of it left.
delete game of the year, Ninjala.
The most deleted game.
Actually, I was gonna say it is game of the year, but then I realized how many other good games came out this year. I was thinking movies where nothing's come out.
It even isn't game of the year.
I sent a friend of the podcast, Harry, a text the other day, and it was, how do you feel that Sonic might be, if we're going to look at like box office ratings, as the most valid, like if we take into consideration that whole song and dance, that Sonic purely by default is become movie of the year, and he was with me. I think
Could be. It was the last
I
movie to
never
leave, and
saw
it's the
that.
first to come back with a sequel.
honestly, can you imagine being a Disney executive right now, where they're just like, this was going to be our time, we were going to have Disney Plus, and we were going to launch like a bajillion new like Marvel things, and now we don't have any of that.
Oh well.
Boy.
I never saw Sonic. Did you actually watch it in theaters?
So my
did it
husband
We went to the drive-in.
and I watched it for the first time the other night. If I had a 6-year-old, and just by looking at like the caliber of movies that they make for 6-year-olds now, I would be very happy as a parent sitting in a movie theater, taking my very small children to go see Sonic the Hedgehog.
It's fine for that.
Everybody else, I don't think, like, I understand as well that for Sonic fans, this must have been incredibly exciting as well.
But it's
So,
not. Like, it's not anything to do with what Sonic fans like about Sonic, except the one shot where he shows his feet to the camera.
I also
Margot Robbie
appreciate
style.
that the animators did not have to go as hard on this movie as what they did, but they did once they got the green light to go back and do it. And it is more than this movie deserves.
That's right. They show his like socks and stuff, and they're all like got holes in them and stuff from running, and they're all sweaty. And,
Yeah. Like little nuances in animation that clearly is like these animators went back and when they got that green light to go back in and just basically do what they should have done in the first place, clearly had so much fun animating this blue hedgehog man. Shame no one else had as much fun with the little blue hedgehog man.
Well, it's because the animation is actually done by a Japanese proper CGI company that do the cutscenes for the Sonic games, like the good ones, like the Sonic Unleashed cutscenes, and they do like the Ninjala CGI trailer that's way better production than the rest of the game, and they do like the Mario Kart 8 renders and the Loop on the Third CGI movie, but. Like, so that part's competent. It's just, I don't know why they put Sonic in America. Like...
Yeah, I don't know either.
Every time they do a Sonic thing, it's always him going to Earth and dealing with, like, humans and stuff.
I don't know why. They don't need to do that. And there's much less loop-de-loops in America that he can run around.
I do have another question. So, the more I watch this movie, the more questions I just have.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't have answers for any of them. And Harry is no longer returning my text.
He's blocked you completely. He told me.
Yeah, he's just like, you know what? We've been friends. I'm ending this.
Oh, bet it's you and me again.
But Toby and I are resident Sonic experts, so we can answer your many questions.
Yeah, so, I should be able to help you with this.
So I have a few.
Who's Longclaw? No one knows. No one knows who Longclaw is.
Longclaw is when they wanted to do every Sonic movie has to have an owl character in it. Apparently.
That's something that I did want to know, so thank you. But it's not my most pressing question.
What's most pressing?
I left the movie having like sort of the most of. My first question, and I would love to have my brain's trust on this, is how much do you think Olive Garden paid to be a plot point in this movie?
Is it a
Probably
plot
didn't
point?
have to pay a lot. It's definitely a promotion of a product.
Yeah.
Olive Garden appears in quite a few movies, so I feel like...
Olive Garden is the reward Sonic and James Master, whatever his name is, generic white boy number 6, received for helping Sonic defeat Dr. Egg.
Well, don't you remember...
That they receive as an Olive Garden gift card.
True, that's right.
Happy with it.
Well, don't you remember Olive Garden Zone from Sonic 2?
You slide down the breadstick grind rails.
You have to grind on olive vines and like eat delicious sandwiches. I don't know what Olive Garden sells.
We don't have one.
They're like a sandwich place, aren't they?
It's like a Sophia's.
Like a deli.
It's like a medium tier Italian restaurant for families.
Oh, okay.
You know La Porchetta?
Yeah, La Porchetta would be a good.
Oh, is it like the American La Porchetta, basically?
Sort of what I've been able to understand what Olive Garden is. Okay, so that answers question number 1. Question number 2 I have is...
Does it?
Well, you technically answered it, and it was must. My second question is, what is that thing that the kids were holding in the back of the car? So Eggman and Sonic have like that car chase. There's another car involved at some point, and these kids, there's kids in that thing. Kids in the car.
That metal thing called a car.
So there's
kids
kids
they're playing like a video game console?
This kid, and they're holding this like what's meant to be an iPad. What we, the viewer, is meant to be looking at is an iPad. But then I was watching it with my beautiful, sweet husband, who has seen this movie 4 times and genuinely enjoys it.
Is he
unhealthy.
watching each time, hoping to find more justification for liking it each time?
No, he just really enjoys Sonic.
I know he was a big Sonic fan, but...
My husband just loves Sonic, and I guess this is the movie that he really wanted as a child, so reasons.
He's seen the Sonic OVA, right? He's seen when Sonic fights Metal Sonic.
Sonic OVA is the proper Sonic movie in my eyes.
Yeah, it's actually a good Sonic movie.
It is. And it's animated beautifully. Sorry, Lucy, continue.
Sorry, continue.
So my next question is, there's a kid in the backseat of the car. They're holding what the viewer is led to believe is an iPad.
Mhm.
Only if you look at it for longer than 10 seconds, and Benji, my husband, still has got no answer as to what they're holding. It's not an iPad. It's massive and rectangular. We thought it was a Wii U controller. It's not. It's
Is it
just
Game Gear?
no. It's just like this giant, very rectangular tablet.
You know what it was? It was probably they didn't have the licensing to show like a real somehow show like a real console, so they just made up their own.
Yeah.
It's like supposed to look like the Sega Game Gear or something.
It's so impractically shaped.
What are they playing on it? Does it show what they're playing?
No, it doesn't show what they're playing.
Oh,
They're playing that
So-
pancake food stuffing game from Wreck-It Ralph.
Horrifying.
what? Oh, yuck.
Yeah.
They're playing some like they're playing some like spyware freemium game or something on it, where you have to tap a bunch of things. And it's like the
They're playing
Family Guy
Sonic
game.
Jump or Sonic Rush or whatever the iPad version of Sonic is.
Sonic Runners or something.
Yeah.
That's Mario Runners.
So what's
Sorry.
the second question I had?
Okay.
The third one I had is why does the mother-in-law not like not the mother-in-law, the sister not like the girlfriend, like not like Sonic's best friend James Marsden. Like the conflict is never established. Like,
Because
and
he's
I
a police
understand-
officer.
You know what
see?
it was?
It was
you know what it was?
writing on very relevant topics.
Oh my bad.
They must have.
Same.
I think they must have seen the movie Hop with the
Oh,
Russell-
oh,
Did the mum hate
with
rabbits? Or are you saying she hates James Marsden?
yes.
Oh,
yeah, he was in that. He was in Hop. That was his other CGI
You know what?
character goes to the real world movie
yeah,
that
it's
he
the
was
same
in.
plot. It's the same director.
Like
Yeah.
that's the conflict, and you know what? The sister-in-law was right.
Well, I think she was just trying to safeguard her child from the Sonic fandom because there's a
Yes.
scene where Sonic meets
God.
the daughter, and then afterwards the daughter's like zooming around the house with her arms Naruto style, and she's like, "Gotta go fast, gotta go fast," and her mum's like, "Oh no, she's caught the fandom."
I eagerly await the sequel where we find out about that daughter's DeviantArt Sonic OC.
Well, I'm looking forward to the sequel because Tails was the only part of that film that was actually in character. He rocks up and he's like, "Oh, I've got to find Sonic," and like he's completely
That's
committed
'cause-
to the seriousness of his reality of the world.
Ben, that's because every game that Tails is in, he talks as if he's expositioning to the character.
Yeah.
I've got to find
Yeah.
Sonic so as I can stop
But he
Dr.
didn't have
Robotnik
an
and help
annoying
my
baby
friend because I
voice.
love my friends. That's every line of dialogue here in
That's
every
true.
game he's in.
It's very true. So I
Yeah,
don't
we
know.
were playing
I'd like
Sonic
in
Adventure
the
2.
sequel if Tails is just like Sonic, you're part of a freedom fighter force, and there's like multiple characters that are dependent
we're
on you.
gonna
You're
help-
gonna save the world, and then Ben Schwartz
He's
is
like,
just
I
like,
gotta play Fortnite.
I what? I don't have time for that. I've got to do a TikTok dance.
I'm gonna do a TikTok dance. I'm gonna eat some chili dogs.
That segues nicely into my fourth question,
Why
and that
Ben
is
Schwartz?
Sonic Floss
Twice. He did it twice.
3 times.
Ugh. I think
Why?
this plague has brought too much virus and too much Ben Schwartz for me. He's in DuckTales, he's in Sonic, he's in Space Force. He's basically ruining
Ben,
everything
Ben,
I
Ben.
loved about my childhood.
Don't watch Space Force.
I finished it.
There's a solution. Why would you watch it? I thought you didn't even
I
like it.
Steve Carell, and I was hoping he would be funny.
Yes.
And it had exactly one good joke, and that joke was about the difference between Fullmetal Alchemist and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. And so,
That wasn't even him.
joke.
He wasn't even in that scene.
No, the Asian guy is way funnier than everyone else in the show.
That
and
Asian
the script
guy
is
from
making him
Silicon Valley
try
is
way
pretty
too
funny.
hard.
Have you seen the show Silicon Valley?
No, I've seen that.
That Asian guy's in that as well, and he's pretty funny in that.
He's like a YouTuber that used to do special effects, isn't he?
No, you're thinking of Freddie Wong.
Oh, am I?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's his name. He's been around for ages. He does like really cool special effects.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's Freddie Wong. But I know who you're talking about. Ben, what was your Lucy? What was your opinion on Baby Sonic?
Baby Sonic was adorable, and I
Better
did.
than Baby Nut?
Excuse me.
The
What?
Mr. Peanuts logo. Mr.
Oh
Peanuts
yeah,
mascot.
Baby Nut.
I forgot about Baby.
And they
What a
killed off
horrible
Mr.
name.
Peanut in the Super Bowl like a week before Kirby died in the helicopter crash. So the whole joke about having a fake funeral for like a corporate mascot completely went south.
It also happened on this. No, the whole Baby Nut thing, the revival happened the exact same day that I think it was Terry Jones or something died. So like everyone was focusing on Baby Nut and everything, and no one cared about Terry Jones dying because of it.
Awkward.
Which is sad. Who Terry Jones is from Monty Python, I believe.
That's true.
I think this is what he would have wanted.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe.
Has anybody considered that?
he foreshadowed it. He's like, well, now with Mr. Peanut dead, I can't go on. And then Miss Baby Nut came out just at the wrong time.
You know what, Baby Nut?
He lost all hope.
Is there a corporate mascot who, if they cannonly died, you would be legitimately sad?
Man,
No.
next question.
Man McCheese.
Man
Did you say
McCheese?
He's been dead for years, Lucy. I hate to break it to you. McDonald's haven't acknowledged Man McCheese in eons.
I can't.
Grimace, uncle called Seamus O'Grimacy.
He comes out every
Seamus
St. Patrick's
O'Grimacy.
Day for the Shamrock Shakes.
Yeah, I think it was Ben. I think you were the person I did this with. We got deep into McDonald's lore one night,
Yeah.
and it was something that it's not okay. Like,
Isn't Grimace?
That was your
Isn't-
takeaway?
Didn't Grimace used to have 4 arms? And he was
Yeah,
like
he
a
did.
monster that lived in a cave and
Yeah,
stole
his whole
milkshakes or
gimmick was
something.
he stole milkshakes.
Yeah.
but then they were like, we've got Hamburg. Like, not everyone can steal things.
Yeah, the hamburger
Guys.
kind of took his place.
I
I
love.
have a
Sorry.
no, it's okay. I have a Grimace comb
That's
that I
true.
keep in my
She
wallet.
still uses a Grimace comb as her main comb.
Well, someone's gonna carry it. Like,
Yeah,
someone's gonna carry it.
team.
Then I can't think of a corporate mascot, let alone one that I would care about dying. Like, I'm trying to think back to that Simpsons episode where all the mascots come to life, the Halloween episode.
Surely you'd care if Mr. Sheen died. Like,
No, not after he was
Clean?
in Food
Wait,
Fight.
Mr. Sheen or Mr. Clean?
I think they're the same.
they're lovers.
I didn't even know. I thought, is Mr. Sheen a thing?
Wait, is one the bald guy and one's the
Mr.
like,
Sheen's
buff
the
guy?
Polish guy, isn't he? He like does like furniture polish.
Yeah, he's
Mr.
like
Clean's
bald,
the-
isn't he? That's why, because he polishes his head.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
I guess.
Oh, I didn't pick up on that.
Mr.
plot in
Sheen's a
Food
different entity, I think. Mr. Sheen like does like furniture polish. Mr.
Fight.
Clean is the
Mr.
bald
Sheen
guy with
is
the white
Charlie
shirt.
Sheen's father.
That's
Oh.
right.
please.
Please, Mr. Sheen's my father. Just call me Charlie.
Martin Sheen,
I
the
love that
elusive
guy.
man in Mass Effect 3. I think we should speak higher of him. Uncle
Whoa.
Ben from that discontinued Spider-Man series.
Well, actually, Uncle Ben, if Uncle Ben is in the rice,
You'd
Uncle
be
Ben
sad
died,
if he
I'd be
died.
upset.
He seems
Yeah, I
like a
would be
nice
sad.
Indian man. Wait, is he Indian?
Yeah. I don't know, but
Nice
Everybody was pretty
Just a
upset.
nice man.
he's just a nice man, but his rice is good.
Who would you be upset with, Steph?
I wouldn't care about anything, but people were pretty upset when the fly was going
If
to
he
get
came back.
wrecked.
Oh, the Mortine
Yeah.
fly.
And I mean,
Yeah, the
that's
Mortine
his
fly.
thing. He dies and comes back in every episode.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know
like
what
he
their
was.
deal with that was, though. It was just a publicity stunt, surely. They're like, oh, we're going to kill him
I
off.
don't think a mascot dying is ever not a publicity stunt.
Yeah.
I would.
Well, that's why I think changing Sonic's visuals between the trailers, I think that was just a publicity stunt. I don't think they
No,
were
it
really going to go
wasn't.
with that design. They were just trying to evoke outrage.
No, it wasn't.
No,
Then.
I heard the
No.
director saying some pretty like buck wild things about like the artist. That like how he was talking about the art team made me think. One, I never want to work for this dude in any capacity.
Yeah.
He sounds like a monster. And two,
Jeff Fowler, was it?
I don't know who it was.
He's the, well, he directed it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, two, like yeah, straight up, he sounded like a nightmare to work for.
Well, it didn't seem like America knew how to make a Sonic movie. They were just trying to make a talking animal movie.
America's had dealt with Sonic for ages, Ben.
Yeah, but they didn't
Take their
get
first
anyone that
rodeo.
had dealt with Sonic involved in the process, I don't think.
True.
Like, why we see the Flash? Why did he have superpowers?
Why was the best Sonic game in the last like few years a fan-made one?
Oof.
You know?
Because they're the only ones dedicated enough to
Exactly.
make Sonic. Not even the Japanese team is happy when they have to make a Sonic game.
But no, there's no way they made Sonic look bad on purpose. They're just incompetent.
The amount of
Don't give him that much credit, man.
like I don't want to toot my own professional, but I've now seen like enough like creative decisions get made, and in the room where those sort of like decisions are made enough that I'm like, it is a miracle any movie, video game gets made.
That's true. It's a lot harder than it seems. In fact, I feel like
good is made.
Yeah, I feel like most of the things we put on our pedestal. Oh, Choppy Reviewer is hosting us with 1 viewer. Thank you so much, Choppy Reviewer. Really
Thank you,
appreciate
Choppy
it.
Reviewer.
It's the Sonic disc that they're loving.
Yes, the Sonic Discourse. That sounds like the next Sonic game is going to be called Sonic Discourse.
You know what? They lent into the OC thing in the last game, and Sonic died. You know what? They had nothing to lose, and they went for it. I applaud creativity.
Oh, well, thank you, Choppy Reviewer. He's posted a gift of a squirrel hitting the nut button, and he's donated 1 lemon. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that.
Do you guys know about Uwe Boll?
The film director. He's not very good.
He's bad director. But he's known for like making those like movie adaptations of video games, like he did House of the Dead or whatever. And he got all these movie reviewers hung shit on him for it because his movies were bad. So he challenged them all to a boxing match.
Did he win?
But he's like a professional boxer as well. So he beat the shit out of him.
I mean,
it doesn't make his movies good, but it like
put your money where your fist is, I guess.
You know what?
I think it was. Do you know something awful? I think it was something awful that he like fought the dude that was like the creator of something awful for him, or like some movie for him, whatever. A bunch of like movie reviewers.
Media personality of all time. That is now my huge goal. I want to get to a level in my industry where I can freely say to someone, that is fair and valid that you do not like the thing that I have made. But if you wish to keep carrying on having that opinion public, you have to beat me in arm-to-arm combat.
Although I don't think it was like, I don't think it was like, it's fair and valid you have those criticisms, but I'm going to challenge you in a boxing match. It was more like, don't make fun of me. I don't like criticism. Challenge me. I'll beat you up.
It's between me and this person. I have a therapist.
I think the only reason I know who he is because he one time threatened to make a Metroid movie, and everyone got really scared.
I love that it's a threat.
He's like, hey guys, what did you think if I made a Metroid movie?
I'll ruin Metroid for you.
I'll make a Metroid movie and there's nothing you can do to stop me.
I'll show them all! I'll smoke it up.
Samus involved.
You guys just made me spit out water.
Kill it again.
Live on a stream. Oh gosh.
Lucy, if you had to make your Sonic... Lucy, if you were making a Sonic movie, what would you make it about?
I know nothing about Sonic.
What?
Okay,
you know what? Going off that, then just...
So make it up. Obviously, the people that made this movie knew nothing about him.
Aren't you married to, like, a massive Sonic fan? Some wife you are. Wow.
You know what? I will... Like, Sonic is just one of those things I completely missed, and then when what I saw, I'm like... No, you know what? I take it back. There is one piece of Sonic media that I kind of have an understanding of, and that is the amazing TV show
Sonic Underground.
Yes,
Sonic Underground.
That is my Sonic movie. It's Sonic Underground because I have no other sort of thing to fall back on. You know,
where Jaleel White voices every character.
Yeah, do you know he voices the girl characters?
He voices Sonic, his brother Manic, and his sister Sonia.
They just pitch shift his voice?
Yeah, I think so. I think they pitched it somehow, but he put it on a bit as well.
It's 2020.
And you can tell when you hear it.
Yeah. It's 2020. Gender means nothing. I'm adapting Sonic Underground.
That's right. Make a Sonic Underground movie.
That is how I'm going to keep costs down. We'll do stunt casting because that's how you get it greenlit. But I'll do stunt casting for one line in the movie, or literally, I'll get Ben Schwartz involved. No, I want Ben Schwartz.
No,
Ben would hate it.
No, you know what? I want Ben Schwartz as Sonic, and I want the other dude as every other character. Because I like voice acting. I think Ben Schwartz was fine as Sonic in terms of casting, and I like his chaotic energy.
To me, the best Sonic voice actor is the OVA Sonic, and he's only been in the OVA.
I don't know who that is. I'm casting Ben Schwartz.
You need to ask Benji if he's seen the Sonic OVA. And if he hasn't, we need to work out a way for me to show that to you in isolation.
There's no way he hasn't, surely.
Yeah, he must have.
we're gonna have to what's the word? Interrogate him on it.
I feel like the
Well,
difference
that-
between
that-
people that like Sonic and don't like Sonic is that whether or not they've seen the OVA.
I also think the difference is, I'm gonna get I'm not gonna get mean and spicy. I was gonna say the difference is some of us were good at sports, but
The difference is some of us went on dates and hung out with people. And did,
some of us had girlfriends in high school.
yeah. So the difference is some of us didn't get our head shoved in the toilet.
How else do you get your hair to spike up like Sonic's unless you've had a swirly?
Oh, Steph! You bursted my bubbles. But yeah, no, look, I have barely played any of the Sonic 3D Sonic games. I played the adventure ones and
That's
like,
right. Wait, it's Sunday. We're meant to be playing Sonic Adventure Battle 2, Connor.
yeah, I know, we gotta finish
We
it.
started this trend called Sonic Sundays, and we only did it one time because we got so mad at the Knuckles levels.
And the Tails levels. Tails levels aren't good either.
That's true.
But well, I wanted to do a draw pile stream as well because we haven't
That's
done one of
true.
them in a while.
Mm,
Lucy, you should do a draw
Yeah,
pile
would you ever
stream.
join
Have
us
you
for a
done
draw pile stream?
straw pile stream.
It's a-
I mean, I generally know as a friend of the channel, but
You got- Lucy's actually our biggest investor.
That's
She's
true.
invested.
How many lemons have you
Yes.
donated to us?
She has a 70% stake in the Super Nintendo 64 company.
if this stream fails,
Oof.
I have a lot of Bitcoin. Is that still a thing?
Well, sorry, this stream
the
actually
D-Live
runs
goes
on
by as
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, I'm pretty sure.
So
that's
people donate in like a Bitcoin currency.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to take it out yet because I'm only a baby streamer. So, but I've made like a good like $5.
Surely you have like, yeah.
It's maybe
It's like
$6
111 is
now.
like
I think I made
0.01
$6
Bitcoin.
in a fictional currency.
That's like my other life rule. You either have Bitcoin or you are funny.
Yeah.
And
I want to knock that, but I think you're right. I feel like if you're not funny, you have the time to invest in learning how Bitcoin works.
Ben was actually, people don't actually know this, but then Ben was one of those people that was like a millionaire when they were 16 because of Bitcoin. They made it big when they were 16 and they lost it all.
Shouldn't
he lost
have
it all on
invested in
Sonic
Ice
merchandise
Town.
and he lost it all on Sonic stock.
I invested in Sonic in the 90s.
They took the phrase "gotta go fast" too literally when the market just crashed.
And it dropped far. It crashed fast.
Do y'all like ever remember when like the 90s? I say to a bunch of people
Do I
who were
remember
born
the
in-
90s? Do I remember the 90s? Yes, I do.
But, like,
Ben
I-
still lives in the 90s.
purely because of the Sonic Sega Land thing in Sydney near like the old Luna Park. And
I
how
know what that is.
Wait, what?
but I don't remember
There
it.
was a Sega Land in Sydney?
Yes.
Ben, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it, and you're
Tell
gonna
me
be
about
upset.
this paradise.
You're gonna,
Someone,
you're gonna love
someone
it.
found one of the statues like abandoned somewhere from that
Yeah,
Sydney thing.
There's a junkyard in northern Sydney, I think it is, and it's just like it's this junkyard, but they know that they have a bunch of really niche, weird, like nostalgic sort of things from those parks, and they're like, these are the only things we're not selling. No amount of money will make us sell it, and they just, like, keep it, and it's just like it's just dying, like it's rotting in this warehouse, like
Wow.
backyard. sort of
Yeah. It's just like it's like a rotten statue, like in this backyard alley.
Yeah, it's definitely but so the Sega Land was there and it shut down. It's the most buckwild like building I've ever seen from a period of like. Do you ever just see like stuff from the early 2000s? This design trend had continued, and instead we've not rebelled against it with good taste.
Yeah.
Because it's just so. It's just the worst and the best design building
Yeah,
I've
I
ever
agree.
seen.
I watched like the commercials of like the dude walking around. He's like, I'm gonna go meet my friend Sonic. And he's like standing around with like a dude in like a Sonic mascot outfit and everything. He's like, oh well, I've got to run in there and check out. And they're like all these arcade games and stuff in there, and people playing games.
I've seen
Honestly-
like in Japan, in like the area where they had the nuclear flooding and everything, when the power plant went on the fritz. Where that whole region is like abandoned, but there's all these like abandoned Sega arcades.
fritz.
It went on the fritz. I forgot the technical word. What is it? Meltdown?
You know,
What do they say in The Sims? That thing that's funny
like a
until it
huge,
actually
massive
happens.
disaster. Are you talking about like the tsunami and everything when that happened?
Oh no, you'll have to be more specific.
When the power plant melted down.
Because there was also a power plant that I think it would explode or melt down when like the tsunami happened in 2011.
Is
as
that
well.
around there? No,
There was
a
like
bit
the
after
earthquake
that.
and then the tsunami and then like a bunch of power plants got destroyed.
2014.
Oh, okay. I don't know that one then, unfortunately.
They were taking tourists there, and they were like, "Oh, it's completely safe." The government's saying that people can start like living here, and then they did their own like nuclear scan, and it was like, it's meant to be like 0.4, and it was like 48 on the scale. And they're like, this isn't safe.
Isn't like Chernobyl still like?
Oh man, we lost by 1%. Oh.
Like Chernobyl, you still can't even go in there, basically.
Yeah, you're not meant to
Wildlife
go there
that
for
live
like 200 years or something.
Yeah.
People live there though.
Live there.
They just have like 4 arms and like 3 and like 10 toes on each foot.
They will in a couple of generations.
Just some Chernobyl banter with the boys on a.
We've talked about everything but Splatoon.
What do you guys like about Splatoon, and why do you think no one wants to play this game anymore with us?
I mean, there's still a lot of people playing.
I'm really sad that Nintendo kind of abandoned it because I think Splatoon 2 especially is such an interesting IP that captures so many amazing niche things but players march them so well. It is a shooter that is not violent, which I think is something really important. And
the only other one is Nickelodeon camera snap on the Game Boy Advance.
Nickelodeon was cool, is what Splatoon 2 is.
I mean, it's a whole game about gapped,
like Nickelodeon.
So you're kind of right. Nickelodeon is cool, the game.
Ninjala is probably more Nickelodeon than this, though.
That's true.
It's got gum and everything.
Ninjala is the Butch Hartman of Splatoon.
It actually is. Oh, as much as I hate to say it. I mean, actually, you know what I like to say, because I don't like Butch Hartman, I don't like that thing as well. But, yeah.
Splatoon is Danny Phantom, and Ninjala is any other series Butch Hartman's ever attempted.
Wouldn't it be like Fairly Odd Parents, because that's his most popular one?
Fairly Odd Parents when they had the baby. After Channel Chases.
And the dog, and then the other girl that shared his fairies for some
Chloe?
reason. Chloe, yeah, I think so. I don't know. I stopped watching. I haven't watched Fairly Odd Parents since like
I was
2004.
really excited for the Fairly Odd Parents live action movie because
with Drake Bell
cast in it, and then it's just bad.
it's terrible. And Jason Alexander's in it.
Yeah,
just in time forced me to watch that one time.
Like it actually looked like it was going to be fine on paper, and then I remember watching it with my brother, and my brother at the time, my brother is significantly younger than me, so he was like the accurate age for it, but it was like a show. It was like a show we could watch together. And I remember us both watching it, and him turning and go, "Lucy, this sucks."
Like, even he knew it
that was
bad.
the day his puberty grew 3 sizes.
Like, yeah, man, you're right.
Childhood ended that day.
It's so weird. It's so weird how much like stuff is coming out about Butch Hartman lately.
He has a YouTube channel where he doesn't shut up. He's like treading water, trying
If you criticize me, it means you're weak and you're stupid. And also, he's gonna make a joke and blame a voice actor for the suicide of another voice actor.
What?
I mean, that was ages ago. Did you hear about that?
No.
No.
So he was on. This is like a year ago. So he was on a podcast with Tara Strong, who's the voice actor for Timmy.
Yeah.
And
Wait, Tara Strong is dead?
No, in the pilot, in the pilot, he had another voice actor who I can't remember what her name was, but she was on like South Park in like the early South Park days.
Yeah.
She like voiced the female characters in that, but she committed suicide right before Fairly Odd Parents aired. So he got Tara Strong, and he's like talking to her. He's like, "Oh yeah," and it's like, and people don't know, but Tara Strong wasn't actually the original voice for Timmy. It was this person. I can't remember her name. Who unfortunately passed away. I think Tara had something to do with that, and he like chuckles to himself. And she's like, looks so uncomfortable. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
What?
Yeah, he's like,
Joke. That's just awful.
Read the room, Butch Hartman. Jeepers.
He just has no like, yeah. And then there's also this other thing. He this is not as this is also kind of bad, but like
None of this is this
no,
point.
this is good. It's a little less serious though. But he had like another artist working on a show for him. This is recently as well, and like they ended up like canceling the show, but in the contract he was still supposed to pay him, even though the show got cancelled or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's what you meant to
The
do.
show didn't go through. Yeah, and he just didn't pay him. And there was like a whole thing of people like this. The guy made like a video about it. He's like a YouTuber as well, sort of. Like he does like YouTube videos of him drawing and stuff, and he like did a whole video about like how in the contract you're supposed to pay him and he didn't get paid and everything.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's really rough. Oh, that's upsetty spaghetti.
It's upsetty spaghetti. A lot of you fellow artists out there, I'm sure, can feel the burn from that one.
I'm still waiting on I'm still waiting on some checks for some things like 5 years later.
Are you allowed to talk about that?
Oh my god, no! This one I definitely am not allowed to talk about. The one that
Welcome to the Hush Hush Secret live stream.
NDA.
We hint at things we can't talk about.
yeah.
Oh, dude, we got Alberto.
We also have Ink
The
Bender.
Alberto.
The Bart Simpson Alberto.
Is he gonna do the
Mexican knockoff
Bartman?
of Bart Simpson.
I hope he does the Bartman. For all
Do the
you
Bartman.
out there, the Bartman.
Yeah,
A very
in
top-
the earlier seasons of The Simpsons, Bart Simpson did the Bartman one time.
He did it in one episode from like season 2 or something or whatever. No, it wasn't even an episode. It was just a song that they did
Hang
in
on,
like
no,
1990.
yeah, the best way I can think to describe it is you all know how terrible Pickle Rick was.
Do the Bartman is the 90s.
Imagine
Rick.
Pickle Rick, but everyone found it funny at the same time, briefly.
And it was the 90s, so you couldn't just like look it up on like YouTube or in memes because you totally like look up memes. You had to just kind of
Just Google meme.
yeah, yeah. You had to wait, like the Bartman would be on radio stations.
Well, yeah, I think
Like,
that's why it was popular. Is Simpsons released a bunch of like compilation albums and stuff that actually got mildly popular and made like top 10 charts and stuff, which I think
Now-
proves that top 10 charts have never been a good indicator of what's good music. But you
Yeah.
know, people live and die by it because I guess the Beatles were up there one time.
The
Yeah.
Beatles did a thing, but you know what? John Lennon beats his girlfriends. Anyway, thank you for coming to Ben.
Is that not obvious?
John Lennon beat his girlfriends and was a terrible father as well.
John Lennon is a bad man. Please
He just
stop.
was.
Your
Stop,
dad
you're
is
gonna
wrong.
create a whole bunch of new John Lennon killers.
His son like was saying shit like, yeah, he was a terrible father. Paul
dad-
McCartney was more of a father to him than
And people are
John
like,
Lennon
oh,
was.
what a mysterious genius, right? He's like, no, he was a bad dad.
He was a hippie. Of course. Ah,
Ben's long-standing feud with the hippies finally awakens. But now, am I imagining this? Like, did I just imagine this and it's actually not true at all, or is it true, or am I just
we
getting
won't
the
know
facts
until you
wrong?
tell us. What have you imagined?
Did Michael Jackson help like work on the Bartman video clip, or was it just inspired by Michael Jackson?
I don't
You think
know.
of the Sonic 3 soundtrack.
Michael Jackson did do the Sonic 3 soundtrack, but
Oh no.
no, but the Sonic 3 soundtrack is great.
Yeah,
No,
I don't fault him as a music artist. I fault him as a human being.
Oh yeah.
Those things where I bet the person who greenlit that is like, oh no, that was a red flag.
Well, they removed him. They like hid all the evidence that he worked on Sonic 3 and tried to alter. A
I
lot
think
of
it
the
was he
songs.
didn't like. I think I heard that he didn't like it, so he removed himself
No,
or something.
the
or and they
first
just
bout
went
of
with
the
it.
court cases came out while they were working on it. I think Sega got antsy,
Oh,
and
okay.
they attribute it to like him, you know, creative differences, that kind of thing. But
Oh,
I think
yeah.
everyone was like, "Let's all wash our hands of this."
More like moral differences,
Yeah.
We had some ethical differences.
ethical differences.
Look, we're making a game marketed at children, and you're obviously very keen about the marketing to children part. So
It makes us all very uncomfortable, Mr. Jackson.
Sorry, Miss Jack.
The
Mr.
Michael
Jackson.
Jackson episode of The Simpsons. The Simpson writer for that episode, he got it removed from syndication because he was
yeah, it's
He
gone
was-
now.
Yeah, I only found out about that recently.
yeah. So the writer for that episode, he issued a statement rather than The Simpsons himself, and he was like, I like kept looking back on that like period, and I felt uncomfortable then, and I feel so uncomfortable now.
Mm.
Because I remember I saw like I didn't watch much of the video clip, but I saw like the thumbnail and it was like The Simpsons. It was like a YouTube video. It was like The Simpsons most controversial episode, and it was a picture of the Stark Raving Dad episode. I was like, that's not that controversial. I didn't even think about it. I was like, that's not that controversial. I would have thought that like this Principal Skinner one where it's like, it's revealed he's not actually Principal Skinner. I think that's probably the most controversial episode.
Yeah, that's
And I didn't think about it, like, oh yeah, that's why.
Actually, I think it's the one where
Matt
Marge
Groening-
and Homer have a lot of public intimacy. And
No,
oh, the maps have been updated, guys, which means we've got to try and
sick.
get back into a lobby together. But at least we have new maps.
damn it. But
we'll be together.
Matt Groening like hates that Skinner episode. I
Oh,
don't even
really?
know why they did. Yeah, of course he does.
Is that
He,
because
like,
people
hates
kept
it.
asking
He, like-
a million questions about his continuity?
No, because he says it makes the show feel, it ruins the show because it's like why I don't know, they kind of just ruined the character really.
I like it.
Point
What, do
he,
you actually like it?
Yeah, I do. I think that's a cool reveal. I liked when the Simpsons characters had continuity, and I don't like when they have no
No,
continuity.
they didn't have continuity though because they literally abandoned it and retconned it after the
Yeah,
episode.
because they're embarrassed by their own continuity.
This as well, some of the episode a lot of fans point to as the episode where it's like, okay, this is where it started jumping the shark, and
Yeah.
If you want to sound really smart at a party, you say it goes downhill between Who Shot Mr. Burns Part 1 and Who Shot Mr. Burns Part 2.
But I don't think that's true at all. I reckon.
No, but I
at
read that in a
season-
book that was
season-
called Things White
Yeah.
People Talk About.
I reckon season 10 was the last, like, was where after season 10, I think, is where it got.
No, you were
like,
correct.
lost the charm.
so far as to say like before that, but that's just me.
Yeah, no, I guess. I don't know. I haven't seen it in a while, but I still look. I'm a young boy. I'm not an old grandma like you that watched The Simpsons when it came out.
It's very true, and you know what? I'll take that.
No, but I was actually rewatching The Simpsons, and I reckon season 3 is like where it starts getting good.
Oh,
Season 3 is amazing. It's like an anomaly
Season 3 is
season.
great. Season 3 and 4 are the best seasons. I
Everything
reckon.
is quite like random in its humor, but everything lands really well. Like the
It
comedy
lands and
beats
it-
are really quick in season 3.
But like, it has also like the really heartfelt moments that feel real as well.
I was
Like the one where Homer buys Lisa a horse, and like he has to work 2 jobs at the Quickie Mart and shit. It's really nice. It's
I was listening to this podcast. John Oliver of Last Week Night of all
yeah.
people was interviewing the first female writer of The Simpsons, and she wrote the episode. The first episode she was allowed to sort of like be lead writer on was the pufferfish episode where Homer almost dies,
Oh,
and
that is
she
that's a good
and-
episode.
was talking about I don't know if I want to talk about like writers' sexism. It's very awesome street. But yeah, she talked about like how even though there were these wonderful like what would be considered sort of woke men at the time, it was really weird because she actually like one of the episode was Homer's racing home to be intimate with his wife, which is of course something that I guess in that situation you would want to do. And it's very, very sweet. In her original pitch, it was when they're lying in bed just before Marge reads him that really wonderful poem, which hits so different when you're married. Like I was planning my wedding with my husband. When we watched that episode, we got Disney Plus and watched the Simpsons. We were planning.
Oh yeah, I forgot The Simpsons is technically owned by Disney now.
It is,
As
no
they
doubt.
predicted, Simpsons is magic.
But she originally pitched it as Homer experienced male, like he couldn't get it up. But they had this really tender moment where Marge is just like, you're understandably under a lot of stress. It's like this really beautiful other heartfelt moment where it's just like, yeah, I love you. And it was like acknowledging their sex life. Because she was the only woman in the writer's room, that joke got shot down very quickly. Never seen a room of very well-intentioned men get very uncomfortable very fast. So yeah, that joke got shut down, and she was like, "Yep, that was why." But yeah, all in all, it was interesting to talk to this woman.
That was probably like their first proper like, where they really like heartfelt episodes. Because that's from like season 2 or something, I think.
True, yeah, and it's great. It's such a good episode. Anyway, fellas, I'm gonna jump off now because I actually promised to watch
Oh
on
no.
the so I'm gonna sign off now.
That's
That would
alright.
be
Thanks for
extremely
joining
cool.
us, Halloween Cowboy.
Yeah.
I I loved my time here. I hope you all learnt something about writers' room sexism and the Sonic movie.
Yeah.
I
Well,
wonder
haven't
if
seen
the
Sonic
two
movie
ever
yet.
crossed over at any point.
Yeah.
You know what? I hope it made that one listener like very happy.
Yes, thank you for joining us, Choppy Reviewer, for however long you joined us. We really appreciate it. But Choppy, we're going to do a draw pile later tonight?
Yeah, Lucy, when you get a chance, you should do a draw pile. Not probably doesn't
In
have
the
to be
future,
tonight, obviously.
yeah.
But
Come
yeah, in the
join
future,
us.
you should get
So
draw
we draw
piles.
together. We set a topic and
Yeah.
we draw all in the same picture online.
Oh, I love that.
It's
That
like
sounds
it's like multiplayer drawing.
interesting. I can't wait to have aneurysm with
It's
you.
the
all.
battle royale of drawing.
Oh no.
It's not really, but yeah.
Well, that's anyway. That was,
Alright. Thanks for joining the stream, guys.
but yeah,
yeah.
thank you for having me on your
Yeah.
stream.
No worries. Come back anytime.
I-
We'll play The Sims in the future, yeah?
Do I plug something here?
If you would like to, you can plug something.
If you want to be a corporate shill, yeah.
Oh no, I don't. You can follow me on Twitter using the handle Lucy Crime Fighter. Sometimes I tweet about things related to game development.
Yeah.
Nice.
You got to specify that it's spelt fighter. Is it FIGHTR or something, isn't it?
Yes, I don't have to. You just did.
It's got to. Look, I'm a loyal Lucy follower. I follow all her tweets. I've got notifications. I've been
Friend of
following her
the
for the last-
Twitter account.
Friend of the Twitter. A friend
I'm
of
a
the
number one
tweets.
fan. I've got my Lucy Fighter shirt, my merch, and everything.
This one goes out to you. This tweet right here that I'm tweeting while I don't know, watching America's Next Top Model reruns goes right out to you. Yeah, you can find me there. I draw sometimes, and I like to think I'm pretty good at it.
It's pretty good.
Thank you for having me. I
That's
will
all right.
play stream later. Goodbye,
good.
good friend.
Bye.
Alright, bye everyone. Thanks for joining the stream.
Bye.
Catch your paisanos later.
Yeah.